Hey, friends, we're back here. We're live, and we're about to do something amazing. So this is the guitar. I was stuck all day doing other things, and this is in fact the first guitar project of the day. But I had so much other work. I put the neck back together and everything. So last time I said I would leave everything as it is, but no, I changed my mind. I put the neck back because we need this workbench for this project, this part of the project. And we are about to get on with it. I already did some prep work, which took, as always, a bit longer than I had hoped. But here it is, and I'm missing something. Oh, here. There's this template and the router. I am running out of space. This is Guitar Quackery, the smallest guitar repair shop in New York City. So, yeah. I don't have much space. Yeah. So, we need to make a template. So, we have a master template. And now we need to make, I don't know what to call it, the template for the guitar, for the routing. All right. Let me get organized. Okay, so this is the sketch I made that I took straight from the guitar, and I prepped this. So these are 3 holes that should match exactly where the bridge is, where the 3 holes for the bridge mounting holes are. And now we need to transfer this exact position here. So the way that I aligned this is in this corner here, and aligning this edge here, okay? These 2 edges and this one corner. That's it. So it's not a perfect alignment here because this is not exactly 90 degrees, but it doesn't matter. I aligned this corner and this edge, and that's how I transfer these 3 holes. And now I need to transfer this and this, and then use this master template to route it out, both of them, and then use this template, the new one, to do some routing on the guitar. So how are we going to position this exactly where it needs to be? I guess we have a couple of options. I could just place this piece of paper here and glue this on top. I could do that. But I think there's a better way. Okay, so I want to transfer some of these lines through the paper, so I will make small incisions. So part of the work here is obviously thinking. I brought some extra tools in case I need, but so far it looks like I won't need this square. So with this sharp blade, what is this? I don't know. I am going to transfer some lines onto this plate. Okay. All right. Let's see. I have this here. So just make a small incision here and here. Then we have these two lines. So hold on. Yeah, you see, I'm still thinking, right? So maybe. So I'm not sure. Well, actually, it would be a miracle if this was at a 90-degree angle. And yeah, I was right. It's not at a 90-degree angle. It's a bit crooked, because I just placed this paper on top of the guitar without aligning it to any kind of center line or anything. I just placed it on top. So can we still use this square somehow so that all the lines are parallel? Maybe. So here I made a small incision. So this is straight, right? And now I can put this against here, hold it, and just move this square in this direction. Now hold it down, and I can transfer these two lines, this one and this one. So the reason I'm using a sharp blade is because that gives me a, a really precise line. Okay, that's it. Here and here. And then this one here. So first I need to move this, keep it aligned with this thing. Okay. Now the question is, should I do this as well right now? Maybe. I'll do it later. I'm just concerned about this one right now, okay? So we have this, and now I am going to do this edge. So here I can connect these two. Here I make the incision here. I can just, yeah. All right. Oh yeah, it's important not to move the paper, right? The paper is aligned to this and to the corner. Now we make this incision here. And the top also, and the bottom. So these are just the key alignment points for both pickups. Like I said, I have these 3 holes already transferred, right? And then, like I said, on top as well. That's fine. And yeah, I don't think I actually need this square. This is pretty clear this way. So these lines are actually intersecting, and I will see, once I remove the paper, I will see 90-degree corners here and here, and on the other pickup as well. And then this edge here is also important. That's it. Okay. So, let's see what we got. Well, it's hard to see, so I'm going to highlight this with the pencil. Yeah, I almost can't see anything. Now I can see. So, I can even connect these lines this way. All right. And between these 2 lines, there should be a center line. I'm not sure if we need it. So now I can see I should extend these lines as well. Okay. So we're done with the horizontal lines, and now we need the vertical lines. Wow, I can barely see. You know, that's the whole point. Those are really precise measurements. That's what needs to be done. So there was no other way to get these pickups to fit inside of this guitar. Yeah, unfortunately. I don't really like doing this, but there was no other way. All right, and then, you know, there's, what are these 3 lines here? I can kind of draw this. It doesn't matter. And now, let me see. Is it at all necessary to draw a center line? Maybe. It never hurts to have a center line with projects like this. I can see that 2 people are watching. All right. Small audience. Okay. So let's see. $70.50. Man, I can't tell. 70.52. Okay. 70.52, so 35.26 would be half. But let me see if it's the same here. There might be a little discrepancy. There is a little discrepancy, all right? So here we're going to do, I said what, 35.26, 35.26, and here, $70. 20. Okay, so 35.10 on this one. All right, let's see, 35 point. Those are such small measurements. 35.10. So from here to the center. And here, 35.26. $24. Ah, come on. $27. Let's hit it on 25. Okay, whatever. 25. $35.25 or 26. Same difference. And now I connect with a straight line. Yeah, you know what? I'll put a line here and here. Here, where we are removing the material, and here. And then later I will connect it completely. Okay, there's a reason for it, because we're putting tape and we'll be removing tape. And when you remove tape, you kind of shred it a little bit. So we've transferred this template from the paper onto the MDF. And now we need to take this template and mount it exactly where it needs to be. So I know you can't really see from above, but I'm looking at my sketch, my drawing, my line drawing, okay? And it needs to perfectly hit it there, okay? But the way we mount this thing is with double-sided, well, not double-sided tape. We make our own double-sided tape, right? All right. Oh, I'm running low on this yellow tape, so I gotta remember to order some. Okay. Let me think. I think I only need to mount it here and here. Yeah, I don't need to mount it all around. That's gonna be strong enough. I hope we have enough of this tape. Okay. And this tape is expensive, I remember. All tape, any tape you buy is expensive. Okay. Next, I have a super glue accelerator. I'm going to spray this part. I don't particularly like the smell of it, so I do it here. All right, that's fine. And that can dry up. That's perfectly fine if it does. And here we put some super glue on top of this tape. I hear the phone ringing, not my phone. So now, bear with me. I'm gonna place it like this. Oh yeah, I need to do this quickly because we have accelerator. And once we have that touchdown, there's no more moving. I mean, you have about a second or two. I think we're good. So like I said, the phone was ringing, and I am expecting someone, maybe. Let me check. Oh, I didn't get a text message yet. All right. We continue. Okay. So that's that. I hope we have enough tape for the other pickup cavity. Now we need to set up the router. So I need to set it up to the right height first. All right. Where's my phone? Oh. So this goes up and down. And I just take a plate of MDF, and I can set up, you know, the right height. Like this. So if I take another plate, so it sticks out here, and the ball bearings are hitting this plate. And that's fine. Okay. And now I just lock it. Right? So those pieces are the same thickness. All right. And now I just set up my workbench for routing. So whenever routing, you know, just slow down. You don't want to make a mistake that costs a finger. Yeah, I'll elevate this way. Okay, and then we'll vacuum it. Okay. But by now the super glue is dry, I'm sure, and we'll be holding the router like this. Okay, let me just do a try run. That feels right. All right, so now we need to set up the vacuum cleaner. Now this should be quick. So this is one of those projects, all the prep time. Prep work takes longer than the actual work, but the prep work is the work. Okay, I wish this wasn't turning, but there's no way to lock this, or is there? No. I went to 2 social events yesterday, so I was having a headache all day, migraine. Wasn't feeling good. But I already had plans for the evening. Okay, so I didn't get much work done yesterday at all. All right, so we're here. This is the switch. The open part is here. We better do it. So there was a buildup of debris, and now I need to do a clean pass. Okay, so this is my final pass now. So before we dismantle this, I gotta check with my fingers that the bottom template is an exact copy of the upper template, okay, which is the master template. And it seems to be the exact copy, okay. All right, so next. Right, let's see. Let me double check everything. That's all good. All right, so we now remove this template. Now I wish I could just use this as double-sided tape. Maybe I can. So this one can just stay here. All right, we'll try that. So there's dust here. We don't want it to get on the tape. I think that works. Oh no. Ah, come on. I didn't position it right. Okay. I don't see why this shouldn't work. Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. Are we good? I hope so. All right. Let's keep going. Same thing. I'm always just double checking everything before I make any cuts, especially the closer I get to finishing a template, which took a long time to make. Just want to make sure I don't mess it up at the end. Again, I'm just checking and double checking. Okay. Seems to be matching, which means now we can just remove it. Okay. There. Okay. I guess that's good. I hope so. Yeah. so that took 42 minutes. This is a super risky part, because if I don't make this template right, ruin the guitar. Dr. Fictionado is in the house. Hello, doctor. Okay, what's next? Let me check something on my computer. No text message. Dr. Faya is supposed to come, I think. So she's not texting. I don't know what's happening. I hope she's not flaking out on me. I need to recharge the router battery. We got 2 bars left. I like to work with 3 bars. Okay. I hope that's good. We'll see. So, the distances between these two look good based on the fact that there's a line here. You see the black line? And then here, same thing. So it seems like they're both shifted in this direction a little bit. So I don't know if these are going to be in the right place or not. So these aren't critical. Those were just going to be used as, you know, additional mounting, whatever. But we'll see, right? So now we need to bring the guitar. I need to once again remove the neck. I need to remove the neck and the bridge plate. That's just a few screws. 7 screws to be exact. Okay, I did notice something that I need to disclose here to the customer. When I was putting the bridge plate back, this screw here is just spinning. You see that? So that screw hole is a bit loose for this screw. And that's holding the bridge. That's not trivial. But the other 2 screws are tight. So just wanted to disclose this. That's how I found it. So now we need to evaluate the work. So what I'll do is I will mount this plate, the rounding plate. I can use the power drill for this to unscrew. Yeah, this is one of those projects that, you know, was supposed to be very simple, and the pickups don't fit. So what do you do? So we have 3 different screw sizes, okay? So we're going to put them in order. So the guitar is facing in this direction. And these 2 go here, and these 2 and these 2 go here, okay? Neck pocket is really tight on this one. We noticed this last time. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just a bit too tight for my taste. But I'm not going to do anything about that. All right. So this is where we need to think again what we're doing before we do any cutting, for sure. And now we have this template, okay? Now it's pretty dark in here. It's all black. Let me see. So one challenge here is that this is a carved top, right? I think we talked about this last time. So let's align these 2 this way. And let's see. Yeah, I'm not crazy about these screw holes being so large, which means we're not counting on these screws. They're not going to hold anything. Now, another way to do this would actually be to make a 3D scan of this with a 3D scanner, laser scanner that I use, and then scan the pickup, model this in, I don't know, Fusion maybe, and then have a CNC machine cut this template. That's another way. Or have the CNC machine cut the body. I don't have a CNC. So no, so these are not in proper exact alignment. There's something off. Something a bit off. So we can't use these holes. That's all right. Oof. I mean, you can see how this wobbles, right? I mean, it's not a flat top body. Wow. Oh, maybe I should remove this wire. it's still rocking. Look at that. So this is quite nerve-wracking, I gotta admit. I mean, I can't screw it into the body. I wonder, I was planning on building this up with Bondo so that we have a contoured bottom of this template. Obviously, it's rocking. So we can't just tape it like this, here, here, and here. It's just not enough to hold it steady. I don't think so. All right. Yeah. So what do we do here? Maybe we put a yellow tape here and here and put some Bondo. And we want to make sure that it doesn't spread onto the body. This is all very risky. Because if I wrap it in saran wrap, I can't then be touching the inside of the pickup cavities to really feel where it goes. Oh, and I just got an idea. So once I get all that right, I have these 6 holes here going through the body. So I might actually be able to drill some holes to the back of this, just 2 holes, and put some long screws through to hold the template. I'm not sure if that's necessary or not, but that just crossed my mind. All right. Okay. Let's see if Dr. Fire sent a text message. No. Well, she should be texting me by now if she plans on coming. Okay. All right, so I'll put 1 tape here. I'm also thinking of putting some Bondo here. So we have like this neck pocket thing. Let me think about how I might be able to do that. Okay. How would I do this? Well, I would need to mask off this part so the bundle doesn't spread onto the body. Wow, that's risky. I'm not narrating every single move I make, right? Oh. All right, so there's a little gap, but we won't be putting any bundle there. And then we have this. We need to cut this out. Where are those blades again? I don't know. Is that the right way to do it? You tell me. I don't know. Oh, there are some wrinkles here. I'm being super careful. Okay. I'm actually sweating, believe me. Okay. So I think I need to protect this as well. And we are at the end of our tape. Man, I can't believe it. So I'll just have a little bit of an overlap here. Same thing here, right? That's it. No more tape. Oh, man. So, all right, I need to buy more yellow tape. I can use the purple tape to finish this off. I really should have bought more yellow tape. Ah, Dr. Slam is here. Okay, so this is going to be right here. A reminder to buy some tape. Let me check my text messages. No, Dr. Fire did not text me. I don't know. I don't remember her telling me that she wouldn't be coming today. I mean, I have enough work without her, but it's just, you know, I kind of need to know. So I think the yellow tape is just, you know, slightly thinner. But this will work. Okay. All right, so we'll put a little bit of Bondo here. A little bit of Bondo here. Here. I would say here also. I don't like this open gap. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Well, one thing I almost forgot to do is to clean up the edge. So the router bit shreds it a little bit on this side and on the other side too, but especially on this side. This really needs to be done because otherwise these particles can just get stuck between the template and the ball bearings. that's done. Yeah. So, best case scenario, we get this done tonight, but then the Bondo needs to cure. So then we do the actual routing next time. And I don't know when that will be. In a few days. I do have other guitars that I also need to work on, which were actually prior commitments as well. Especially this Taylor here has been waiting. All right. Okay, let me think again. Measure twice, cut once. Same thing with think twice. And apply Bondo once. So let me think here. So this goes this way. Now that's not like super glue, right? That gives me a little more time to work with. I don't like this. That's really not good. So, you know what I think? Because this guitar is a carved top, but this part of the top is supposed to be flat. So I think the wood twisted as it, you know, dried over time. That can happen, but you don't notice it on bodies usually. You notice it on necks, but even bodies do that. I've seen it before. Okay, so let's do this. Let's mark off the edge. So I can put Bondo here. Not too much here because we don't want it to square out into onto the body of the guitar. I gotta put some Bondo here so that it adheres to the bottom of the plate. Just a little bit. Just so we have something. Or I wonder if I can actually put a plate here. If I have a plate that fits. I wish I had thought of this before because I don't have the right saw here to cut this. Maybe I have another plate. How about this? No, this is a tool, a jig. Let's see what I got here. Interesting. I'll show you. Okay, so this is what I'm discovering here. We have this piece of plywood. It's 3/4 inch thick. And that's kind of like the depth of this. So I wonder if we just stick it here and okay, I like that. This kind of stabilizes this. See, now it rocks, but now it's more stable. Okay, so I really like that. So what I could do is I could glue this to the bottom of this template and use these two holes to then mount the template. I could do that. Now this is curved, but we can reshape this. Or maybe I even have a slightly bigger piece. Let's see what I got here. Or how about this piece? Yeah, it's kind of long, but it could work. Yeah. I got some old MDF templates here. Okay, nothing here. All right, let me think. So if I put this here, I mean, I don't care that it sticks out here. I kind of like that. And we can reshape this so that it fits here better. So, yeah, let me work on that. So this is the nature of these projects. They, yeah, you can't think through the whole thing as you're planning, but eventually you're going to have to think through. Let me see if Dr. Fire sent a message. Nothing. Okay. All right. Okay. It's time to bring out this tool. I don't know how late I want to stay here. So my workbench is getting cluttered. All right, let's see. This is what we have. So, how do we do this? Let me just mark it like this. You know, I'm stupid, right? I have the neck. So this is going to match the heel of the neck, right? That's what fits there. Oh, but it's got this overhang here. So it's not easy to draw. Okay. You know what? Let's use the other side. Okay. How are we talking? Yeah, man. I think this fits. Okay. That's progress. So this template that we're mounting, it needs to stay put when we're routing. So otherwise we can, we can damage the guitar. So this isn't like using the master template to make another template. This is routing the actual guitar. So, yeah. Okay, so now let me put it here for now. Let's see if we can work with this. Let's see. Okay, I think so. So in that case, I just need to put some super glue here on the template. And attach it. Am I thinking straight? But when? Before or after I put the Bondo? Now, it doesn't have to be super glue. So if I do it before the Bondo, so this would now be attached. So we'd be removing this, would be like that. And then I just put it there. Yeah, so I think before would be fine. Okay, like that. And I pushed this all the way here. See, a perfect fit would be like if this was a perfect fit, but we're not going to go there because that would take a long time to make. Or, hold on, I'm actually getting some ideas here. Or we can just fill this with Bondo first, so we have a perfect fit on this. I wonder if we should do that. You know, that's not a bad idea. Because if I do that, if I do it only on this side, then the template can move like this. But if this is a perfect fit, except if we do it, we can't do it today then. Because I need to make a piece that I can't make here that's going to fit more tightly inside. And I just fill it up with Bondo. And then it'll be a perfect fit. Because then I know for sure that this template isn't going to move at all. All right? And that's like super important here. And I can use also the string holes to screw some screws into the template. Just one of them is even enough, maybe. So I need to do this. So sorry, this is how it needs to be, but like I said, that's what I need to do. All right, so what I'll do now is I'll take the neck, I'm thinking. Any ideas? Just emojis, okay? Man, I hate this. Let me think. All right. We'll use this scrap paper. Like that. Okay, that's it. That's it. All right. So now I'm going to use this to make a smaller size that is going to go inside, so that it needs to be bigger than this, wider than this, so that the 4 screws can get screwed into this piece of wood. But it needs to be smaller so that I can fit it and just fill it up with a little bit of Bondo. And then when it stiffens, I take it out. It's a perfect match to this. All right, that's not too difficult, but I can't do it now. That's just the nature of these projects. So now I can reassemble, partially reassemble the guitar. And we put it to rest. I'm gonna have to fix these screw holes because they're really oversized for these screws. Or maybe I can find screws that are slightly bigger. All right, that might be. So I'm gonna save this screw. Go to Lowe's or the Home Depot. So this isn't gonna fit now. All right, so let me remove this because it's a really tight neck pocket. Okay, whatever. So let's remove this one piece. Okay. We are almost at the end of this live stream. So this took an hour and a half, can you believe it? But we need to see it through. And that's just to make sure that the pickups can be installed. That's right. I don't mind doing it. It's my job. Now, next on the menu is another live stream. It's 9 almost on a Saturday. But I spent so much time today on the phone at home. Something with the hosting and DNS and whatever. Domain name servers. Alright, so we can leave this like that. I left this tape before on other guitars. Nothing happened. And I am going to yeah, I'm gonna take this with me. I'm gonna make that piece. I know that 3/4 inch plywood now fits. It even stabilizes that rocking, which is honestly what we want. So that's an important piece. Okay, so there's more than one reason why we want to do that. And we are doing it. So that's next on the menu for this project. But now I need to decide if I want to continue live streaming. Well, I would take a break and then do a separate live stream. For the separate live stream, we have this bass, our old friend. I think I will, because this will be a short live stream and it needs to stay clamped. So I will. So I need to clean up, take a mental break, drink some water. I don't know what time the Home Depot closes tonight on a Saturday. Let me see, because I need to buy this tape for the project, for this project. Home Depot. Okay, let's see. Hours. Closes soon, 9 p.m. Okay. So I won't be going there tonight. Yeah. Okay. Okay, my friends. So I'm going to say good night now, and I will maybe see you later. Yeah. Okay, I think so. 95% chance. Okay. Bye-bye.